Oh, gorgeous shot high above the Big A. The offense in full effect last night. Today it is the rubber game of the series between the Angels and the visiting Minnesota Twins. The Halos find themselves 3.5 games back in the American League West. You see the score atop there. Texas leading the Boston Red Sox 3-0 that game in the top of the 6th inning. Hi, everybody. From inside the Big A, we welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubuza. I mentioned last night that the offense was in full effect. There's no question about it. It's been in full effect for the last couple of weeks. Not only the power stroke, but situational hitting's been very good, too.
Exactly, Victor. They've been doing the little things to be able to score some runs, some little ball, but it's also being the big fly, the reason why they've been able to score some runs. Last night with the bases loaded, Trumbo gets a breaking pitch down, drives that ball at the dead center field for a grand slam, his first of his career. A little later on in the ballgame, Vernon Wells gets a fastball out over the plate. He drives that ball to center field himself out of the yard, and Peter Borges follows him up. These approaches at the plate, that's what Mickey Hatcher's been stressing, up the middle and get something out of that. Of course, they've been able to drive the ball out of the yard. What they've done of late, though, with runners in scoring position is the reason why, Victor, they've been scoring runs consistently. You see that over 400 batting average with runners in scoring position, averaging nearly 2 home runs a game during the stretch in the batting average and runs scored. They're giving their pitching staff a little bit of breathing room, and that's why they've been more consistent, because the pitching has struggled a bit, but the offense has picked them up.
Yeah, even Jared Weaver struggled yesterday in his start. The bullpen was spectacular. Bobby Casava, great job for him coming out of the bullpen. Today we've got a couple of right-handers. Joel Pinheiro going up against Kevin Slowey in the rubber game of the series. Just about ready for baseball, so sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels Baseball is brought to you by Angels Baseball is brought Day. This Labor Day, it's time to put savings to work on the 2012 Sonata and 2012 Genesis. Visit your Southern California Hyundai dealer or mysocalhyundai.com today. By CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. And by Shakey's, where you can get your PCM on. Text MOJO to 99000 to win a large PCM. Now, partly cloudy skies here. The sun will be out a little bit later on. At least we anticipate it will be. And the Angels have taken the field here. We'll give you the lineup for Ron Gardenhire. The Twins at 58 and 80 in fourth place in the American League Central Division. They've got Ben Revere leading things off at center field. Trevor Plouffe is at second base. Joe Mauer, seeing action for the first time in this series, will serve as the DH. Michael Kadire is in right field. Jason Kubel is in left. Danny Valencia at third base. Luke Hughes at first. Tsuyoshi Nishioka is the shortstop, and Drew Butero got to start Friday, is back behind the plate here this afternoon. Taking on Joel Pinheiro with a 5-6 record and a 5.33 ERA.
Always the key for Pinheiro is command of that sinking fastball, but above all, get the curveball working early in the ball game. His slider also, his changeup. But if he can stay on top with that sinking fastball, it should be a very effective pitch against the Minnesota Twins offense that loves to swing at the fastball. Work down, work on the outside part of the plate, and get a lot of ground ball outs.
Pinheiro coming off a start in which he got a no decision. That was against the Mariners on that last road trip. 6 innings, 3 runs, 7 hits. The first pitch is a fastball a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ben Revere last night 1 for 5. Had an RBI. A .251 average. No home runs. 22 driven home. Seeing action at center field with Denard Span on the disabled list as Pinheiro delivers a strike to even the count. Outfield very shallow for the Angels. Callaspo playing in at third base. And the 1-1. Beautiful pitch on the inside corner, 1-2.
Couple good fastballs early on. The last one, perfect one, 88 miles an hour inside corner with late movement.
Going with the breaking pitch down and in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pinheiro's faced the Twins once this year. And that was the start that sent him to the bullpen. Took the loss on August the 3rd. Revere lifts this one in the air down the line, and this one's going to tail off into the seats. So the count remains at 2-2. In that start against the Twins, Pinheiro lasted 4 1/3. Gave up 7 runs all earned on 7 hits. Looking for his first win since July the 9th against Seattle. 2-2 again. Revere lifts this one in the air out to shallow left center. Ibar backpedaling out. Calls everybody off. Keeps backpedaling out and makes the catch for the first down. We'll take a look at the Angels defensively this afternoon. Vernon Wells in left. Mike Trout in center. Torrey Hunter's in right. Alberto Callaspo and Eric Ibar on the left side of the infield. Howie Kendrick and Mark Trumbo on the right, and Hank Conger behind the plate.
And Howie Kendrick's done a great job at that second base position, getting acclimated to his old home, playing majority of the game. 17 consecutive starts at second base, only 1 error. But when you look at what he's done offensively, getting back to that comfortable second base position, .353 batting average with 14 RBI.
That first pitch is down low to Trevor Plouffe.
And 7 home runs along with that, too. So I think he's comfortable in that second base position for Howie Kendrick.
1 ball, 1 strike. Probably because he is a second baseman.
Yes. He's not a left fielder. He's not a first baseman. He's a second baseman who's done a great job turning double plays also.
Can you put him out there? Absolutely. Every day, second baseman. 2 balls and a strike on Trevor Plouffe, who's had a nice series. With 2 for 4 in game 1, 2 for 5 last night with 4 runs batted in. A couple of doubles, a home run. Taking the average up to 249. 7 home runs and 23 RBIs on the year. 2-1 pitch. Grounds this one to the left side. Callaspo can't get it, but Ibar is there. Strong throw to first base. Pulls Trumbo off the bag. The ball goes into the camera well, so Plouffe will be awarded second base. Should go as an infield base hit and an error.
It's a 7-game hit streak now for Plouffe. 11 for 27 during that stretch.
It is the old combination platter, hitting an error. So 1 out. Man at first base for Joe Mauer. This is the first 2 games of the series because of the upper respiratory infection he's been dealing with. 3 for 12 in the season against the Angels. And Piñeiro delivers outside.
When you look back at this play right here by Aybar, this is a tremendous play. Backhands. Once it gets by Callas, but there's no way you're going to be able to get Plouffe. Try to do as well as he can, but if you're Trumbo, you just try to get off the base and prevent the ball from getting away. You're not going to be able to get Plouffe at first base. So that's one of those things, a learning experience for a young first baseman. Just move off the base and prevent that ball from getting away from you.
One ball, one strike here on Joe Mauer. 1-2. Mauer spent a considerable amount of time on the disabled list earlier this year, between April 14th and June 16th, with bilateral leg weakness. He's played some first base, some right field. Still see him as the everyday guy behind the plate. This one sliced foul. The count remains at 1-2.
Again, goes right back inside with that two-seam fastball. Start off the plate and catches the inside corner. You want to be careful with Joe Mauer, especially if you're Piñeiro here. 682 career batting average, 15 for 22. Opportunity to expand the strike zone, make him swing at your pitch.
1-2 pitch, down and in, going with a breaking pitch. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking more like the Angels needing a victory to stay at 3.5 back. 9-0 Texas leading the Boston Red Sox. John Lackey got the start for Boston in that one. His struggles on the year continue as Mauer fouls it off.
Boy, Texas going into Fenway with an opportunity to win that series now.
Lackey gave up 6 runs in 5 innings. The bullpen's given up 3. 2-2. Outside, full count. Michael Cuddyer on deck. Mentioned in the open the bullpen job last night. Bobby Caswell going 2 2/3 scoreless. Scott Downs an inning and a third. Terrific job by both guys. The 3-2. Mauer lifts this one in the air to center. Mike Trout is under it. Not very deep. 2 outs. Plouffe will stay at second.
A nice job of pitching Joe Mauer. We mentioned the success Mauer has had against Piñeiro. Did not give in to him. Needs some quality pitches and gets a lazy fly ball to center field.
Conger Piñeiro, quick conversation as Cuddyer comes to the plate. The right fielder in this series, 1 for 10. Had a base hit in game 1. An RBI. 0 for 5 last night, hitting .287, 18 home runs, 64 runs batted in. Did have an outfield assist, throwing out Vernon Wells at the plate. Breaking pitch is down low.
Boy, Victor, you mentioned that job the bullpen did picking up Jerry Weaver, who struggled. Obviously, it was a difficult game for Weave, but the bullpen itself, this outstanding 11 ground ball outs of the 12 outs they got were in their course of 4 innings of work.
Slow ground ball to short. Eric Aybar has it. And Cuddyer is retired to end the inning. No runs, a hit, an error, and 1 left on base. Aybar, Kendrick, and Abreu to face Kevin Sloy with no score as we head to the bottom of the first. Up the Halos at 75 and 64. Have Eric Ibar leading things off at shortstop. Howie Kendrick is at second base. Bobby Abreu is the DH. Torrey Hunter in right field. Mark Trumbo at first. Vernon Wells is in left. Alberto Callaspo, the third baseman. Mike Trout getting the start at center. And Hank Conger will do the catching. He will bat ninth. Taking on the 27-year-old from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania by the name of Kevin Slowey.
Kevin Slowey is a guy with great command of his three pitches. Fastball command is outstanding. 89 to 92 range, a very good changeup, which is his out pitch, and also a slider.
Fourth start of the season for Slowey, 10th appearance. Facing Eric Ibar to lead things off here. Eric yesterday 1 for 3. Had an RBI and a couple of walks. Extended his hitting streak to 13 games now. Eric very deliberate getting into the batter's box here to start this one. And the first pitch is a strike.
One thing about Slowey, he's a quick worker. Maybe that's part of the game plan to slow him down. Doesn't waste any time in between pitches.
Ibar drives this one out towards center field. Revere still going back on it, and he'll make the catch. And there's the first down of the first. We'll take a look at the Twins defensively. It's Kubel on left, Revere in center, Kadire in right. Valencia, Nishioka, Plouffe, and Hughes from third to first, with Butera doing the catching.
Trevor Plouffe settling over that second base position. Drafted as a shortstop, had some throwing issues, playing shortstop, has moved over and been very solid at second. 11 starts, is one error for Trevor Plouffe. Strong arm in that position.
First pitch to Howie Kendrick is in for a strike. Howie's got a little 5-game hitting streak after going 1 for 5 last night. 298 on the year, 15 home runs and 50 runs batted in. He hits this one out to shallow center field. Revere coming on. He'll make the running catch. So 2 outs. Ben Revere busy already. On his horse, if you will. And that'll bring up Bobby Abreu, the DH. Bobby had the night off last night with Brian Dunsing getting to start. Did play Friday, went 1 for 3 in Friday's game with a sac fly. A .252 overall average, 6 home runs and 52 runs batted in. The first pitch is a fastball in for a strike. Hyundai, key to the game, Gooby.
Little AC/DC TNT. The offense has been on fire of late, crushing the ball extremely well. We showed that batting average with runners in scoring position. Hopefully get Bobby Abreu part of this offense. We see Mark Trumbo with a grand slam yesterday, 25 home runs on the season. A number of guys have been hitting the ball very well, including out of the ballpark.
Off-speed pitch is up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Slowey's last start was August 29th against the Chicago White Sox. Took the loss. Bobby fouls it off to the left. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Missed outside. It's a full count with Torrey Hunter on deck. Slowey made 12 minor league starts. Starting to get A-ball and up to AAA at Rochester. Abdominal strain put him on the shelf. As he was dealing with the abdominal strain, he's also trying to kind of win back that Twins front office. Apparently sent to the bullpen early on this year. Did not want to pitch out of the pen. As Bobby launches one out to deep right field, and the Angels are on the board first. Big fly for Abreu, his 7th of the year. 1-0 Angels.
Just like that, TNT right away for Bobby Abreu. Crushed that ball out the right field. His 7th home run of the season, 53rd RBI. Oh, got a 3-2 pitch. Fastball, we talked about Slowey, very good command of the fastball. The
Bobby jumps over that fastball in the inner half of the plate, and it's out in a hurry. Dyer not going back too far on that baseball. He knew it was gone.
Yeah. Right from the get-go. Torrey Hunter looks at a fastball for a strike. Torrey 2 for 3 last night. Couple of walks, 3 runs scored. Lifts this one in the air toward deep left center field. Revere giving chase, still going back and onto the warning track. Makes the catch. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels strike first. Bobby Abreu, his 7th of the year. 1 in the books. Halos lead it 1-0. By AT&T. By your Southern California Ford dealers. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. Come try the new Jumbo Breakfast Platter for just $2.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Halos on top 1-0 as we start the top of the second inning. Jason Kubel leads things off, takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Kubel, Valencia, and Hughes here in the second for Minnesota. Kubel served as the DH the first 2 games, getting to start at left field this afternoon. And he's ahead of the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Kubel had a 1-for-5 game last night, hitting .283 on the year. Pulls this one into right field, and it's a leadoff base hit. That'll bring up Danny Valencia, the third baseman. Mike Everett's calling the balls and strikes this afternoon. Mike Winters at first base. Chris Guccione is at second base, and Mike Malinsky, who was behind the plate last night, is over at third. Valencia had a 1-for-4 game last night. Touched Jared Weaver for a home run, his 15th of the year. We've ended up picking up the win, going 5 innings, allowing 6 runs on 8 hits, including that home run. The breaking pitch is a strike. Foul at the plate. And it is 0-2.
Valencia is a guy that will hit into a double play. 13 double plays he's grounded into this year, and if Pinheiro continues to work with that sinker down, he has an opportunity here.
Rolled foul. So the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Piñeiro giving up an infield base hit to Trevor Plouffe from the first inning. A leadoff single to Kubel here in the second. And the 0-2 again. Lifted foul and out of play. And that's that sinker. If it's going to miss and it's going to flatten out, make sure it flattens out way in off the plate.
And that's an opportunity after that sinker that ran in like that. You can start this fastball away and try to catch the corner. Two seams started away, try to catch the corner, and then you get him to roll over on the grounder.
This one popped up. Shallow right center field. Trout's coming on. He'll call off everybody and makes the catch for out number one.
Great location that pitch. You had him set up for that outer half of the plate and down. You see that type of swing that Valencia had. After going inside, go down and away. Perfect spot. You see how he's flying out. The hips are gone. It's all about pitching, setting up hitters.
Here in the early going, relying a lot more on the breaking pitch than we have seen this season. Giving hitters a different look. First pitch is a strike. Luke Hughes.
Mike Butcher has stressed that to Piñeiro. Yes, you want to work that sinker down, but you have to utilize your slider and your curveball early in the game to get him off the sinking fastball. Otherwise, the hitters are going to be just looking for a fastball. That's it.
Pulled foul. And that's what you just saw right there, the combination of both sides of the plate, taking a little bit off, throwing the breaking pitch. For the most part this season, it's been Piñeiro has been a one-pitch pitcher, trying to figure out that sinker, trying to get that action down and in to a right-handed batter.
Here looks like going to go another breaking pitch.
Bouncing now and out in front of the plate. Nice block by Hank. Kubel stays at first.
Well, Hank Conger did a great job anticipating that curveball in the dirt. Head of the count 0-2. Got his body in perfect position to not allow that baseball to get by him.
One-two pitch. Lays off the breaking ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not bad location.
And got the bottom part of the strike zone also.
Kubel with a very short lead at first base. 2-2. All right, where was that one?
Well, if that pitch before is low, then that pitch can't be high. Again, catching the strike zone. The Fox track shows that ball is in the strike zone. Upper part of it, but in the strike zone.
Quick throw over to first. Kubel back. One out here in the second. Bobby Abreu putting the Angels up early. 7th home run of the year. The 129th hit by the Halos this season. Kubel takes off. 3-2 is a called strike. Throw down is in time. They strike him out, throw him out double play. I think Hughes probably would have been called out for interference. We're heading to the bottom of the second. The Angels still on top.
ended the top of the inning.
Well, good fastball, and then you see Hughes falling over the plate. That's going to be catcher's. He'll be interfering with the catcher in the throw through, but still a perfect throw from Hank Conger.
Mark Trumbo to lead things off here, followed by Vernon Wells and Alberto Callaspo against Kevin Slowey.
Very good inning overall from Conger. He blocked that curveball in the dirt to allow that strike him out, throw him out to happen.
Trumbo last night 2 for 5 with a home run as he pulls this one right to Valencia. 1 out. Hey, be sure to log on to FoxSportsWest.com every Friday for Prep Zone Live, a revolutionary way of watching high school football. Every Friday at 7, you can watch 4 games live on your computer or choose the 5th box where Mark Rogandino will take you to the best action of the night. Prep Zone Live only on FoxSportsWest.com.
Good stuff there, Victor.
Wrote that myself. Vernon Wells takes the breaking pitch for a strike. It's all about the verbiage.
It is.
Vernon had a nice game last night. 2 for 4 with a home run and a couple of runs batted in. 3 for 8 in this series as he fouls this one off to the right. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Wells now with 19 home runs and 52 runs batted in.
I talk about Slowey being around the plate. Just 3 pitches out of the strike zone in 17 pitches, but he hasn't been fooling anybody quite yet. 3 fly balls to center, a home run, and a rocket to third base.
Former second-round pick back in 2005 out of Winthrop University. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. (13-6) record last year with a 4.45 ERA. That's up and in with the breaking pitch. A full count. (13 wins for Slowey last year, career high. Born in Conroe, Texas, but grew up PA guy.
The other side of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. You don't claim those guys?
No. Pittsburgh. Nope.
Really? 3-2. Vernon lifts one in the air toward left field. Jason Kubel moving over. 2 outs. Where do you draw the line in the state?
Philadelphia.
That's it?
Yes.
So anything outside the
well, maybe Harrisburg. That's part of it. Yeah.
Home of the Senators. Are they still the Senators there? Harrisburg Senators?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good memory.
What, that Senators?
Yeah.
It's a minor league guy at one point. Back when you were in the minor leagues, they had like Class D, right? Aspo takes a strike. D, C, B,
no.
A's.
I was lucky enough to stay down in Florida my whole time in the minor leagues, which was perfect.
How were those flannel uniforms, those wool flannels?
Yeah. Sharing the glove too, just leaving the glove out in the mound. That was perfect.
1-1 pitch. Callaspo rolls over this one to Luke Hughes. Kevin Slowey has himself a 1-2-3 inning. 2 complete here at the Big A. 1-0 Angels. Top of the third, Bobby Abreu is taking the Angels to a 1-0 lead with his 7th home run of the year in the first inning. The Twins sending up 8-9-1. Nishioka, Butera, and Revere against Joel Pinheiro. 1 strikeout, no walks, 2 hits allowed. Nishioka went 2 for 2. Couple of singles, couple of walks last night, hitting .228. 19 runs batted in. And he's ahead of the count at 1 ball, no strikes. Switch hitter in his first season in the big leagues. Coming over from Japan. Twins gave him a 3-year deal. Big commitment to this young man who hasn't done much offensively nor defensively. 11 errors committed on the season.
And that's a surprise for him. They thought that's one part of his game. The transition over here to the States would go smoothly, but he hasn't really played a real solid shortstop for him this year.
It's 11 errors in 65 games. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Ibar was playing in a couple of steps. He'll retire the shortstop. There's out number 1. Brings up the catcher, Drew Butera. 75th game for Butera, hitting .168 with a couple of home runs, 19 runs batted in. He got the start behind the dish in Friday night's game. Had 1 hit late. It was a 2 RBI single in the 8th inning of Friday's contest. We'll look at a strike. This one out toward center field. Trout going back on it. He'll track it down for the second out of the inning. Fans, you ready to kick back in the best seats at the game? The Chevy Sweet Seats are up for grabs for you and 3 lucky guests. You could even score some sweet seats of your own in a brand new Chevy. All you have to do is log on to ChevyBaseball.com/Angels. You can get the official rules. It's also your chance to win.
They are sweet seats.
Good to see the old newsboy hat in the house.
And Norm must have let him use it.
Yeah.
Norm Peters, our great statistician up here.
Looks like a young Norm Peters. 0-1 pitch. Revere lifts this one in the air to left. Vernon was playing shallow, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Joel Pinheiro. We get to the bottom of the third. There's the young Norm Peters, at least allegedly. 1-0 Angels. First pitch is in for a strike. Trout, Conger, and Ibar, 8-9-1. Everett Slowey had himself a 1-2-3 second. Trout last night, his first major league 3-hit game. Ended up going 3 for 4, an RBI. Hitting .267, 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in. He's got 4 doubles this year.
Going to start against a right-handed pitcher here. We've seen him a lot of times against lefty pitchers.
1 ball, 1 strike. 26th big league game for Mike Trout. A .520 slugging percentage, a .341 on base percentage. Hence the franchise tag.
Yes, I agree.
A ball and 2 strikes. Trout getting the start in center field. In this one. Flips this one on the first base side, and it'll land in the seats. The count remains at 1-2. Mike was not in the lineup in Friday night's game, although he pinch hit in the 9th inning of that game, drew a walk and scored a run. Got to start in right field last night. Peter Borges getting the day off today, so Trout out in center. 1-2. This one looped over to short. Nishioka has it, and there's out number 1. Hey, be sure to catch the Ford CIF Southern Section Game of the Week on Fox Sports West. This week, Crenshaw takes on Norco on Friday night at 10:30, only on Fox Sports West. Who's your odds-on favorite there? You're a big high school football guy.
Yes, I do. I like high school football. I'm going with Crenshaw there.
Going with Crenshaw?
Yeah.
All right. There's Hank Conger with 1 out, nobody on. Hank, a couple of days ago, snapped an 0 for 16 with an RBI double. His 8th double of the year, picking up his 15th run batted in. Breaking pitch, line to right field. On a 1-0 pitch, Conger is on board with a 1-out knock. Spin the lineup back to the top with Ibar coming up.
Off speed pitch. He's able to stay back and drive that ball hard to right field. So, working with the swing. Mickey Hatcher's been trying to get that swing straight through the baseball instead of coming around the baseball. That was a much better approach for Hank Conger.
Ibar swings for a pitch, lines one into right field, a base knock. Conger rounding second, heading to third. The throw from Kadire is late. And Eric Ibar has extended his hitting streak to 14 games. The Angels have runners at first and third with 1 out.
And I like the approach. When you have a pitcher at Kevin Slow, he's going to throw a lot of strikes. Get ahead of the count. You get a fastball. That's the approach you have to take. Just jump on that. And Ibar was able to hit that ball right by Hughes at first base, and Hank Conger read that well and gets to third base, first and third for the Halos here with 1 out.
Now Kendrick at the plate. Hit a fly ball to shallow center field in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, ground ball to third. Valencia feeds Plouffe for 1. And he thought it was the 3rd out of the inning. The run scores. It's 2-0 Angels. That right there should have been a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. And Howie Kendrick
Gets an
Gets
RBI.
an RBI for it. His 51st. And that's something you don't see too often from a Ron Gardenhire managed team.
No, there's no doubt about that. And if he gets in position to turn and make that throw, because he has a strong throwing arm, Plouffe does, that is going to be a double play ball. Boy, and everybody was running in, too, from the Twins infield.
So 2 outs. Kendrick at first. Here's Bobby Abreu. Just a fielder's choice. That's all it is. Bobby 1 for 1 with that home run in the first inning.
Now it's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Bobby Abreu in the first inning gets a fastball up, 3-2 count. drives at the right field to get the offense rolling here. 7th home run of the season for Bobby.
Quick throw to first base. Howie back. Been a tough 2 months, last 2 months for Bobby Abreu. July into August, trying to get it going on a consistent basis. Pretty big lead for Kendrick as Bobby lifts one in the air toward left. Kubel comes in. And now there are 3 outs recorded here in the bottom of the 3rd. The Angels do get a gift run. They'll take it. 3 complete. Angels lead it 2-0. Take a look at this afternoon's AT&T trivia question. Who are the top 5 longest tenured active managers in Major League Baseball? Here in the 4th inning from Minnesota, Trevor Plouffe will lead things off, followed by Joe Mauer and then Michael Kadire.
I gotta believe these 2 guys are in the top 5 here, and then of course you got Tony La Russa, St. Louis.
Cue the close-ups on the 2 guys in the dugout.
Well, they're just discussing what they're going on there. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Important game for Mike Scioscia.
Halos needing a victory to stay 3.5 back. Texas in complete control of that game at Fenway Park. Pinheiro delivers a strike. 9-0 Rangers in the bottom of the 7th. John Lackey went kaboom. 6 runs in his 5 innings. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Trevor Plouffe. Had a base hit, infield variety of the 1st inning. Fouls this one back.
Trying to get me back for walking him all the time when he was over at Crespi High School.
That was coming back your way.
Yes, it was.
1-2 count here. Pinheiro with a strikeout and no walks. Couple of hits allowed. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Minnesota with no runs, 2 hits, 1 man left on base. The Angels with 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. That was the throwing error by Eric Ibar trying to get Plouffe on that infield base hit. And the Halos have left 1 guy on. This one chopped over to short. Ibar has it. 1 away. Fans, the Angels team store is having a sale on all stuffed toys. Get 40% off Rally Monkeys, baseballs, bats, and more through Wednesday while supplies last. The Angels team store has multiple locations throughout the stadium and is open daily. Got that stuffed Gooby doll down there?
Oh, there's no doubt. It's a big seller.
There's Joe Mauer, hit a fly ball to center field, his first time up. Slicing one down the left field line and out of play. No balls at a strike on Mauer. Does your voice say anything when that plush animal is?
Probably says, not another home run.
No balls, 2 strikes. Or, yep, he's in my book too.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep, he's in there.
Leo Gomez?
Yep.
0-2. Missed inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But no Nelson, though. The guy we were talking about from
Dave Nielsen.
Yeah, not from him.
Yeah, you were all worried about him. We were talking about him last night, but nope. Actually, you have good numbers against him.
Yeah, but he must have made some loud outs if I remember him that well.
Yeah, I mean, the minute I mentioned his name, like your chin got buried in your chest. It's like he'd done something to you.
I think he, as I recall, not that I don't remember everything about every pitch I threw, that he almost hit one off my face, a line drive up the middle for one of those hits. So
yeah.
I do recall that one.
Who's the one that broke your Paul Molitor, right?
Paul Molitor. But I did get an assist, though. He got no hit. Hang with him. It's fielding your position.
Yeah, I guess. It's one way of looking at it. 2-2 pitch, down low, full count.
When he was a member of the Minnesota Twins in the Metrodome.
That's right.
That's why it's always so many good memories of that place, the Metrodome. It was a great pitcher's yard.
You got asked if you would accept a trade right before the game, too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That kind of nicks things.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
3-2. Mauer fouls it off to the third base side.
That put you in a good mood to begin with. Asked, if you would approve a trade as you're getting ready to perform that night. And then, of course, your leg gets broken, and the general manager calls up and says, well, I think we'll have to wait.
Yeah, I'm surprised Herc Robinson wouldn't trade you and your dangling leg. Where were you going, to Texas?
I was going to Texas.
Mauer hits one high and deep toward right center field, and that is gone. This game is now a 2-1 Angels lead. Mauer picking up his second home run of the season.
And it's amazing the numbers that Mauer continues to have against Pinheiro. 16 for 24. Going back inside with the fastball. This time, Mauer did a great job as far as tucking his hands in and driving that ball out. Two-seam fastball. You see how his wrist turned there for Pinheiro. Didn't get that good sink. It was more lateral movement. Big indication for a sinker is to make sure your hand is on top of the baseball, and the wrist was not there for Pinheiro.
Cadillo takes outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. A 9-pitch at bat against Mauer. Saw 8 pitches in his first at bat before he hit that flying ball to center. This one chopped to short. Ibar has it. 2 outs. Well, that being said, it's good to see the ground balls to the left side of the infield from Joel Pinheiro, especially against right-handed batters.
He's got already 4 ground ball outs to Eric Ibar at shortstop. And an infield hit by Eric Ibar also by Plouffe. So he's getting those ground balls there. When he's on top of the baseball, and boy, just getting back to that X-Mo we showed to Joe Mauer, just that slight turn of his wrist, flatten out that baseball, but he's stayed on top of it. He's worked downhill very effectively so far.
No balls and 2 strikes on Kubel. Go back to the pitch that Mauer hit for the home run.
And right here, you'll see right there, we could stop right coming up as release. Right there, you see how the wrist is turned. And then all of a sudden, that ball flattens out, and that's when you see that fastball and baseball go to the middle part of the plate instead of working down in the strike zone. You want to be on top of that pitch.
1-2 count here on Kubel with 2 outs. Kubel had a base hit in the second inning. Breaking pitch is fouled at the plate. Ground ball to first. Trumbo lays back on it, waves off Pinheiro. The inning comes to an end. But the Twins get on the board, courtesy of Joe Mauer's second of the season. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Angels leading it 2-1. Gardens Casino. Get your game on by El Pollo Loco. Try one of 4 new delicious flame-grilled chicken burritos. For a limited time, they're only $5 each. El Pollo Loco. Feel the Mexcellence. And by Time Warner Cable. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-1 Angels. Torrey Hunter, Mark Trumbo, Vernon Wells to face Kevin Slowey. Giving up 2 runs on 3 hits so far. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Torrey drove one out to deep left center field. Ben Revere made the catch on the warning track. He's 0 for 1. That's up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slowey really has not been able to find the right release point on that changeup. The breaking pitch has been all right for him. 2-1.
And his out pitch is his changeup. Similar to what we saw from Carl Pavano in game 1. Very good changeups. Dunsing the same thing.
This one off the end of the bat. A lot of spin on it. What a play by Luke Hughes to get that bare hand out there and knock that ball down and retire Hunter for the first out. Take a look at that a little bit later. Before we do that, we'll take a look at the AT&T trivia question. Who are the top 5 longest tenured active managers in Major League Baseball? Well, Russo at 16 years, Soch at 12, Gardy at 10, Ozzie at 8, and Terry Francona at 8.
What if Ozzie's going to be there after the season? You know, Gardy will. He's had a tough season dealing with a lot of injuries for the Minnesota Twins.
Mark Trumbo fouls off the first pitch. Isn't Ozzie signed through next year?
I thought he was.
They're going to buy him out or trade him. Trade him to the Florida Marlins.
Depends what Jack wants to do down there. Jack McKeon. He's made his decision already for Florida.
That one fouled back, and it's 0-2. This is that ball that Torrey hit off the end of the bat.
Well, that is a great play. Your momentum going one way, and you reach back with your bare hand and able to knock it down and recover and make the 3 unassisted.
That's 2 bases. If he doesn't knock it down, as Trumbo loops one out towards shallow right, and there's a base hit. Mark, who lined one hard to Valencia in the second inning, picks up the flare single, so he's 1 for 2. It'll bring up Vernon Wells.
You often say it evens out. That line drive in third and a flare to right field, but the hitters will never agree with that one.
No, how about the ground ball he hit to Nishioka last night?
Yeah, that didn't even out yet. He still owed a couple more flares after those 2 rockets.
Vernon hit a fly ball to left field in the second inning. So he's 0 for 1. Takes a strike.
Slowey not real easy to steal against, too. Very quick to the plate. Quick move to first. His average times at the plate 1.2 to 1.26, which is extremely quick to the plate. Average is about 1.4, 1.5 range.
No balls at 2 strikes. Slowly going with that fastball up and away from Vernon. Twins do not shift their infielders or outfielders a whole lot. Batter for batters. Vernon hooks one down the line, but foul. Looking for that pitch in, got it, but just a little bit too quick.
See Slowey shaking his head. He's thinking, okay, that was my one pitch I'm going to throw inside. Everything else is going to be away against Vernon Wells. Whether it's a breaking pitch, changeup, or fastball.
Trumbo over at first with 1 out here in the 4th. The sun finally breaking through. Still some clouds around though. The 0-2 pitch. Vernon fouls it back. And Slowey got away with one little backup breaking pitch over the heart of the plate. Still at 0-2. Gutierrez sets up outside. Vernon rolls it foul. Good battle between these two. And Slowey wins it via the strikeout. First punch out for Slowey this afternoon. Fans, the Angels take on the American League East rival New York Yankees for a 3-game series beginning on Friday. That's a 7:05 start. Make your plans to be at the Big A and watch the Angels make their push for the postseason. Visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or visit angels.com to purchase your tickets today. It's also Big Bang Friday. So 2 outs, Trumbo still at first. Here's Alberto Callaspo. He takes a slow curveball for a strike. Callaspo grounded out to Luke Hughes to end the seconds. He's 0 for 1. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Ben Revere comes charging in. Makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, a hit. The Angels leave 1 on, 4 complete. Angels still lead it 2-1.
Presented by authority of the Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Angels.
Top of the fifth inning, 2-1 Angels. Joao Pinheiro back to work, facing Valencia, Hughes, and Nishioka. 6, 7, and 8 for Minnesota. Pinheiro with 1 strikeout, no walks, 3 hits allowed. One of which put the Twins on the board. Mauer with his second home run. Valencia swinging first pitch. He pulls it foul. And he's 0-1. Valencia fooled on a breaking pitch in his second inning at bat. Hit a fly ball to center field. So he's 0-1. Product from the University of Miami. Pretty good baseball program down there. This one ground ball to short. Ibar bobbles it. Valencia will reach. Second error of the game for Erick Aybar. Leadoff man is on board.
Number 38, first baseman Luke Hughes.
So Luke Hughes will step to the plate. Yet another ground ball, though, for Pinheiro.
Great at Aybar. A number of ground balls to Erick Aybar today.
This one rolled foul. Hughes 0-1. He struck out looking in the second inning. Strike him out double play that ended the second. This one lifted in the air toward shallow left center field. Trout coming on. One away. Pinheiro at 65 pitches so far. 44 have been strikes.
Different read for Mike Trout in center field. He's been a center fielder his whole life. A little different read off the bat at center field as compared to he's played some right field. He's played some left field. You see the routes a little bit different for him today. More precise, coming in and getting the baseball quick on that first step.
A very shallow outfield with Nishioka at the plate. He grounded out to short his first time up. Kayasma on the grass. The breaking ball is down low. The Angels looking for their 76th win of the season. 1-0 pitch. Valencia goes. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second is in time. Even with a double clutch by Hank Conger, Valencia easily thrown out for the second out.
Well, Valencia with 2 stolen bases, but has been thrown out now 5 times on the season. Looking back on hit and run. Once contact is not made, no chance. And Hank Conger with a quick throw, but Erick Aybar even better as far as where he received that baseball and prevented Valencia to get into second base.
1-2 now. Just the fact that Aybar likes to put that foot in front of the bag, or at times when he has the time, drop the knee down. It changes the mindset of a base runner. Bobby Grich did that for so many years. Nishioka hitting this one out to straightaway center field. Trout going back on it, and he will make the running catch. No runs, an error. Nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Halos up 2-1. Bobby Abreu in the first. And then an RBI fielder's choice by Howie Kendrick. Scored Hank Conger in the second. Joe Mauer got the Twins on the board with his second home run. That was in the fourth inning. Where we stand right now is Mike Trout will lead things off. Lined out softly to the shortstop. His first time up. Looks at a breaking ball for a strike. Halos with 4 hits. The Twins with 3. One ball, one strike. Perhaps both teams offensively a little tired after the first 2 games. Minnesota 24 hits through the first 2 games. The Angels with 22.
No walks by either pitcher today. That's a big thing too.
Let's keep that to ourselves. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Quite a few walks the first 2 games. Two-one pitch. Trout shoots one out toward right field, chasing Kadire back, still going back, and will make the catch for the first out.
Now it's time for a Land Rover performance. Hank Conger's been very good. He blocked the pitch in the dirt earlier, but also has been throwing the ball exceptionally well from behind the plate. He'll strike him out, throw him out. Perfect throw to Howie Kendrick. And here, able to throw Erick Aybar to get Valencia going to second base through at 2 would be base stealers, and also mixed in a base hit so far in the game for Hank Conger.
He's around 10 of 52 would be base stealers this year.
One thing Mike Scioscia wanted him to do when he sent him down to the minor leagues to get back to defensive mode too behind the plate. The offense is going to be there for him. He wanted to be a little bit more consistent as far as calling the game, making good throws to second base.
Takes a big rip at that 1-1 pitch, fouls it back 1-2. He had a base hit and a run scored in the third. 1-for-1 game offensively. Just 56 pitches thrown by Slowey. 41 strikes, 15 balls. He has 1 strikeout, no walks, and the 4 hits allowed. Another 1-2. Is that changeup that you still can't find the right release point on?
Yeah, it's almost if he's forcing the issue with it. You got to trust the grip of the pitch for a changeup to be effective. Don't slow your body down. Don't slow down your arm action.
2-2. Pulls this one to the right side. Luke Hughes has it. He'll feed Slowey. 2 outs. So back to the top of the order now, Erick Aybar coming to the plate. That's 1 for 2. Singled his last time up to extend his hitting streak to 14 games. Aybar now 4 games shy as far as hitting streak, tying Howie Kendrick, Torrey Hunter. The longest hitting streak this year. Beautiful bunt on the third base line. No play by Valencia. Make that a 2-hit game for Erick Aybar.
Boy, perfect bunt. Down the third base line. Valencia no chance of that one. Dead in the baseball as he's going down the line. And most times when you're going to get a bunt hit with 2 outs, look for Aybar to think in terms of trying to steal a base to get in scoring position here right away.
Howie Kendrick at the plate with 2 outs. Now look at a strike.
Boy, Slowey's faced 20 batters so far in the game. 18 first pitch strikes for him. Now Gardenhire has the option of a pitch out here too.
Count even now at 1-1. Howie picked up an RBI in the fielder's choice in the third inning when Trevor Plouffe forgot how many outs there were. Did not complete the double play. Howie's 51st RBI of the year. Another quick throw over there. Ibar with 27 stolen bases, but caught 4 times. In the top 10 with those 27 bats. Caught the outside corner for strike 2. Brett Gardner leading the American League with 41 bags at the start of the day. Way outside. Like Sloy, perhaps.
He looked like he hurt himself.
Yeah, he may have hurt himself there. Remember, he spent some time on the DL. There, an abdominal strain, I should say, earlier this year. Ron Gardenhire, I think, is going to come out and check him out.
Yeah, he's taking a while to think about getting back on that pitching rubber. Doesn't count as an official visit. Anytime a pitcher is hurt or has some discomfort and the manager comes out, it's not an official visit. So at that point, once Gardenhire started in a way out, you might as well go out and make sure your pitcher's okay.
May have just been a stumble on the mound. We saw that from Jared Weaver last night, early on.
Boy, the push-off leg. That didn't look real comfortable for him when he was delivering the baseball.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Kendrick. 2 outs. Angels on top 2-1. Ibar's over at first. Ibar takes off. Kendrick lines a short hopper over to short. Nishioka comes up with it cleanly. He'll throw Kendrick out to end the 5th inning. No runs ahead, 1 left on, 5 complete. Angels lead at 2-1.
Chase with over 16,000 ATMs nationwide and more on the way. Take a step forward and chase what matters. And buy Sit and Sleep. Save up to 50% off on all the best brands during Sit and Sleep's Labor Day sale.
Halos on top by the score of 2-1 as we start the top of the 6th inning. Joel Pinheiro to face 9-1-2 for Minnesota. Drew Butera, the catcher, will lead things off. Hit a fly ball to center field in his first at bat back into third. The first pitch is a strike. Count even now at 1 ball, 1 strike. 72nd pitch of the night, or afternoon, I should say, for Piñeiro. 1 punch out, no walks. 3 hits allowed. Good breaking ball. It's 1-2.
Well, that was a real nice slider there. He stayed on top of that pitch. He's had some good fastballs. Took off the fastball for a slider here.
Slow ground ball towards short. Ibarra has it. Put away. Fans, the next Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday is Friday, where the Angels take on the New York Yankees at 7:05. Purchase your tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office or online at Angels.
Serious?
I'm not kidding. Seriously, Clark. Angels.com. How about that?
It's unbelievable.
It's not Big Bang Tuesday or Big Bang Wednesday. It's Big Bang Friday.
On Friday.
It's a perfect day for it to occur. Drag bunt. Trumbo's got it. And it's going to be a tough play. Revere with very good speed. Perfect placement, too, on a drag bunt. It's too bad we don't see that more often in baseball. It's such a great play. If you've got speed and a left-handed batter, bring that baseball with you. You put it between the mound and the bag at first base. Yeah, almost automatic.
If you force the first baseman to have to field that baseball, it's going to be a base hit. And as a pitcher right here, you're falling towards first base. That's part of the line you're thinking about going for, but there's no chance you're going to be able to make that play. Although we do see a lot with Jared Weaver. He'll talk to Mark Trumbo and tell him to stay at the base, and he's going to cover that part of the infield. And that's the only chance you're going to have. You keep your first baseman back at the base, and as a pitcher, you got everything on that side of the field as far as a bunt.
So Revere is on board, 1 for 3 now with that infield base hit. Trevor Plouffe at the plate. He's 1 for 2. A base hit in the first. Cognizant of Revere, who's got 25 stolen bases. He's been caught 7 times. Plouffe showing bunt, takes a strike. Cayaswell playing back at third base. Took throw to first. Revere back.
Piñeiro has been pretty consistent around the strike zone. 76 pitches, 52 strikes. Last 15 batters he's faced, he's on first pitch strike on 12 of them. Mike Scioscia does have that option with that type of speed that Revere has to have a pitch out put on.
0-1 pitch lifted out towards shallow right center field. Trout coming on and over. Makes the catch. 2 outs. So Revere heads back to first. 2 outs now. They'll face Joe Mauer.
Solid so far, 5 2/3. No walks, 1 punch out. Good job of changing speeds too. His fastball has been effective for the most part. And also his slider and curveball have been very effective for him. Just the one guy though, if you're Piñeiro, you want to make sure you hit your pitch. You want to go down and away, force him to hit it at a big part of the yard.
Missing down and away for ball 1. Mauer 1 for 2 with that home run in the 4th inning. Two at bats and 1 pitch in this plate appearance so far. 18 pitches faced for Joe Mauer against Piñeiro. It's 2-0. A lot of foul balls.
Also, as you know, as a pitcher, some guys that had success against you, and Mauer's had a lot of success against Piñeiro, so he's going to pitch carefully to him if he can.
Two-0 pitch. Outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Michael Cuddyer on deck. That game at Fenway now in the bottom of the 9th inning. 11-4 Texas. Boston getting a couple of runs in the 7th and 8th, but Texas got 2 of those runs back in the 9th. 3-0. He walked it. Tying run moves to second base. Good speed and Ben Revere. Mauer over at first. First walk of the game.
Number 5, right
Now
fielder.
Cuddyer will come up. Twice is grounded to short. He's 0 for 2. Mike Butcher coming out. Piñeiro's been very economical, having thrown just 81 pitches so far.
Done a pretty good job of late getting ahead of the batters. He was very careful pitching to Joe Mauer there. The last at bat against him, made a home run.
A pretty lengthy conversation with everybody on the mound. So Cuddyer's ready. There's Revere at second, Mauer at first. First pitch. That's down low for ball 1. Hope that walk to Mauer. No residual effects. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. 1-1.
Well, sometimes that happens to you too as a pitcher. If you're trying to pitch around a batter who's had success against you, your mechanics go away for a minute, and it's tough to get right back in there and first pitch a ball. But that fastball there ran back in the middle of the plate.
Cuddyer lifts one out to shallow center field. Trout is there. Makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th, and the Angels still leading it.
Bobby Abreu back in the first inning. Bobby goes boom, gets a fastball up in the strike zone. Great weight shift, gets that baseball out in front, squares it up perfectly. See here, just that great balance for him. Kept his head back and crushed that baseball, squared it up as well as you can hit a baseball out of the yard for Bobby Abreu. That was our Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Bobby leading things off here at the bottom of the 6th inning with the Angels up 2-1. 1 for 2 with that home run as he looks at a slow curveball for a strike. The home run is 7th. The RBI his 53rd. Get a fly ball to left field in the 3rd inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. 1 out. Second strikeout. That's the one thing is as patient a hitter as Bobby has been throughout his career. All of a sudden you find yourself in the hole at 0-2 and you're only taking a hack at 1 pitch. Do all or nothing at that point.
Especially when you look up a guy's thrown 68 pitches, 50 strikes. Around the zone all game long. And a number of those first pitches have been fastballs also.
Oh and 1. Torre 0 for 2. Fly ball to center and a ground ball to first. That was that terrific play that Hughes made with the bare hand, knocking it down. Pulls this one down the line, just foul. So an 0-2 count now on Hunter. Trumbo's on deck. 2 strikeouts for Slowey, no walks. 5 hits allowed.
Well, Slowey's been 0-1 on almost every batter. He's been 0-2 on 5 batters in the course of the game. So he's definitely a strike thrower. Not overpowering. But he's a guy that throws a ton of strikes.
Torre shoots one into center field, a base hit. Revere cuts it off. Torre is on board with a 1-out knock. Introducing Fox Sports Game Connect, the ultimate online experience for fans. You can log on, take part in the most interactive forum during Angels games. We've got stats, trends, exclusive analysis, as well as live Twitter feeds. Plus, you can even share your thoughts at the game broadcast. Fox Sports Game Connect now available at foxsportswest.com. Halos needing a victory to stay 3.5 back with Texas taking the rubber game of that series at Fenway Park. Trumbo takes that pitch down low. Rangers head down to St. Petersburg to take on the Tampa Bay Rays for 3. Beginning tomorrow night. Mark Trumbo 1 for 2. He lined out to Valencia in the 2nd. Single to right field in the 4th. Fouls that one straight back. Boy, he wishes he could have that one back.
Yeah, you can see him shaking his head, and that he's surprised he didn't hit that one a mile.
One pitch. 1-2. She's got a piece of it, rolls it foul. Trying to sneak that fastball on the outside part of the plate.
After a couple slow breaking pitches. You've seen Minnesota try to sneak a fastball up and in these spots now against Trumbo when he's looked away.
Quick throw to first, and Torre's back. Vernon Wells on deck. Slow is 1-2. Got him swinging. 2 outs. Fastball up and away again. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Slowey, 3rd in the game. And Vernon coming up now. Wells is 0 for 2, a fly ball to left, and a strikeout victim himself in the 4th. First pitch, line down toward left center field, coming back towards Revere, and he'll make the catch. Well, sliced right back to the center field, and the inning comes to an end. 6 complete, and the Angels still on top 2-1.
Very surprising.
Yeah. Top of the 7th, 2-1 Angels. Jason Kubel, Danny Valencia, Luke Hughes to face Joel Pinheiro. Pinheiro at 84 pitches so far. The Angels start to get some action going in their bullpen as this inning begins. Jason Kubel, the left fielder, has a base hit and a ground out. Fastball was up and away for ball 1. Rich Thompson and Hisanori Takahashi loosening in the pen. Kubel lines one into center field, and leadoff man is on board. Second hit of the game for Kubel. There are the 2 guys.
Third baseman, Danny Valencia.
So Valencia will come to the plate. 0 for 2. He's hit a fly ball to center field and reached on the error by Eric Ibar in the 5th. That one into the dugout, rattling around. No balls and a strike.
Pinheiro can use that ground ball right at Eric Ibar once again. He's had a number of ground balls right at Eric today. Pinheiro's been very efficient. This 87 pitches thrown so far, 57 of them have been strikes.
6 ground balls to Ibar this afternoon so far. This one chopped over to Callaspo. Should be 2 with these 2 guys running, and it is 2 outs.
That's the ability that Pinheiro has when he's confident on the mound. To work downstairs and get a ground ball at an infielder right there to Callaspo. 5-4-3 double play.
So 2 outs and the base is clear now. Luke Hughes the batter. Hughes is 0 for 2. Strike out and a fly ball to center. That pitch just missed down apparently. Ground ball to short. Ibar has it. The inning comes to an end. First time Joel Piñeiro has gone 7 innings in a game since July the 9th. He starts 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. The Angels leading it 2-1.
Francisco Rodriguez. Before setting the all-time single-season record for saves in 2008, Angel fans will always remember K-Rod coming out of nowhere to be one of the heroes of that magical 2002 run.
For the playoffs, he was too good to be left off the roster. And you could just see, fearless. Frankie didn't care because the mentality was, I grew up in the jungle in Caracas. This is nothing to me.
Joel Piñeiro more than likely done after 7 strong innings this afternoon. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 run on 5 hits, one of which was the home run by Joe Mauer. Counted for the only run that the Twins have put on the board. Good sinking action on that fastball, and you hope that this is something that he can kind of build off and finish strong over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, should have a lot of confidence. Not only did he have a good sinking fastball, but his curveball and slider were very effective for him today. And you're not putting yourself in a position where you just throw nothing but one pitch. You have that ability to use all your pitches and throw them for strikes down in the strike zone.
Well, Kevin Slowey's just concluded his warm-up tosses here in the bottom of the 7th. The Angels have the bottom third of their order coming up. Callaspo, Trout, and Conger. Slowey with 3 strikeouts, 6 hits allowed, no walks. Callaspo today, a ground ball to first and a fly ball to center, so he's 0 for 2. The first pitch, the fastball for a strike.
We've said that a lot today with Slowey on the mound. First pitch, strike.
Breaking ball missing away. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Slowey just thrown his 81st pitch. And he's ahead of the count at 1-2.
And 61 of them have been strikes. Only 20 pitches out of the strike zone for Slowey today.
Going breaking ball back outside. I mentioned it going to break. Piñeiro hadn't thrown 7 innings in a game since July the 9th. It was also his last win. See Scott Downs loosening in the pen. Alberto pulls this one into right field. Is it going to get down? It will. Seemed like that ball knuckled out toward right field. The Dyer almost appeared as if he had a bead on it until that ball all of a sudden dived dove in front of him. It's a leadoff single.
It was more of a residual from the swing from Teoscar. A big swing on the high fastball up and in. More of a top hand swing. This ball falls in front of Cuddyer for a base hit.
Halos have not had a base runner reach second base since the third inning. There's Mike Trout, who's lined out and hit a fly ball to right. Takes a strike. Valencia playing in on the grass at third, anticipating a bunt. The 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some confidence in this young man. Late in the game, a 1-run lead. Leadoff man on.
Power potential.
Yeah, power potential. But typically you would think, all right, let's move him over. Give up the out. And Teoscar almost gets picked off.
Pretty good indication there must have been a hit and run on. Slowly a quick move.
May have gotten him. That's the kind of move you see from a base runner with a left hand running out. 1-1. Trout fouls it off to the right. 1-2.
With a hit and run, if that was the case, was being put on by Dino Ebel at third base. You wait for that baseball to be delivered first. You don't want to get picked off. A hit and run.
Trout fouls it off to the right. Still at a ball and 2 strikes. Mentioned earlier, and again, the Twins don't move around a whole lot position-wise, but Cuddyer's in a little bit in right field and more towards the line. Revere a couple of steps toward the alley at right center field with Trout at the plate. Hank Conger's on deck. Breaking pitch hit in the air towards center. Revere comes on. 1 out.
Number 16, catcher Hank Conger.
So Hank steps to the plate with 1 out, 1 on. Conger's 1 for 2. A base hit and a run scored in the third. Grounded out to Hughes in the fifth. Fouls it back. Hank said, you know what, if you're going to throw a first pitch strike, I'm going to let it fly.
And why would you not? Especially, and almost 90 to 95% of those first pitch strikes have been fastballs. See, 27 batters faced 23 times first pitch strike.
0-2. The Twins in the 8th inning have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Nishioka, Butera, and Revere. Scott Downs will be coming on. Long pause for Slowik. The 0-2. Fouled back. Oh, nice catch. Reaching over the railing.
Hank Conger's hit about 5 or 6 foul balls almost at that exact spot today. Good play.
Got him swinging. 2 outs.
Number 2, shortstop Eric Ibar.
So Eric Ibar will come to the plate now. The 2 outs. Callaspo still at first. Ibar with a couple of hits, 2 for 3. His last knock in the 5th inning, a beautiful bunt on the third base side. Slowey now at 92 pitches, 4 punch outs, no walks. Oh, and 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Ibar takes that one inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yankees beat Toronto earlier today, 9-3. Mentioned the Texas score. Defeating Boston 11-4. Tampa Bay beat Baltimore 8-1. Cleveland beat Kansas City 9-3. Oakland leading Seattle in the top of the 5th. That game at the Coliseum. Ibar gets jammed, lifts one out towards shallow left center field. Nishioka going out, calls for it, makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, a hit. The leadoff man stranded at first. 7 complete. The Angels leading it 2-1.
Game. Boy, Joel Pinheiro was outstanding in 7 innings, pitches, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Kevin Slowey very effective himself. 8 innings, his 2 earned runs allowed, no walks himself. And Bobby Abreu got it started in the 1st inning with his 7th home run. Eric Ibar hit streak now at 14, 2 for 4 so far in the ballgame. Been very active at shortstop too. A lot of ground balls hit his way today.
Scott Downs takes over on the mound for Joel Pinheiro. Went 7 innings, struck out a man and walked a guy. 1 run on 5 hits. Scott pitching in his 52nd game. 6-2 record, a 1.40 ERA. Comes on and will take on 8-9-1. Nishioka spins around to hit from the right side. Shows a bunt and takes down low for ball 1. Downs last night pitched an inning and a third. All zeros for him. Faced 4 batters and got all 4 via the ground ball out. Callaspo and Trumbo both playing in. This one ground ball to second. Howie Kendrick has it. 1 away. Nishioka 0 for 3 on the afternoon. That'll bring up Drew Butera, the catcher. Alex Burnett beginning to loosen now for Minnesota. Kevin Slowey's thrown 95 pitches today. 73 strikes. Pinheiro threw 90 pitches, 59 strikes. The only blemish, really, if you want to call it that, the home run to Joe Mauer in the 4th inning, but you're going to give one up. That's not a bad guy to give one up to.
Oh, he threw the ball so well today. So many good adjustments he's made in this start today against Minnesota.
Butera has hit a fly ball to center and he's grounded out. So he's 0 for 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Downs this year in his 51 now and 1/3 inning of work. Has allowed 32 hits, 28 strikeouts, 12 walks. Missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Opponents have hit just 195 against Scott.
His ability to be able to spot the fastball and a very good breaking pitch also.
His first season as an Angel. Signing a 3-year deal in the offseason. There's the 1-2. Butera lifts one out towards shallow left center field. Vernon Wells moving over. 2 outs. Hey kids, the Angels want to honor their youngest fans Saturday when they battle the Yankees at 6:05. All kids in attendance will have the chance to win great prizes like autographed baseballs, bats, and pictures. Visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or angels.com to purchase your tickets today. So 2 outs, nobody on for Ben Revere. Revere had a bunt base hit in the 6th inning, so he's 1 for 3. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Seattle Mariners rolling to town for the first of 3 tomorrow night. Dan Herron going up against Anthony Vasquez. Irvin Santana and Felix Hernandez on Tuesday. And no starter announced for the Angels on Wednesday. That's Charlie Furbush getting the start for Seattle. All 3 night games. Remember, tomorrow, Labor Day. It's a 6:05 start here.
A lot of times you have to break a ball. Scott Downs will go fastball underneath the hands of a left-handed batter. When you see a swing like that, though, you might go right back, but they're going fastball in.
0-2 pitch. So down and away. Ball and 2 strikes.
Going right back in with a fastball this time again.
1-2. Revere takes that pitch in off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Halos in the bottom of the 8th inning will have Kendrick Abreu and Hunter due up, looking for some insurance runs. Swing and a miss. Down goes Revere. The inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the 8th at the Big A, and the Angels leading it 2-1. The Twins have decided to go to their bullpen, take Kevin Slowey out, and Alex Burnett will come on in place of him, pitching in his 59th game. He pitched the other night. Ended up going an inning in the third, and all zeros for the right-hander. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 for the Angels here in the 8th inning.
Alex Burnett is a guy with a very good fastball, 92 to 95 range, good breaking pitch, but control is an issue for him.
And then out of Ocean View High School in Huntington Beach. (24 years of age). 12th round pick in 2005. First pitch is in for a strike. Howie Kendrick today 0 for 3. Did pick up an RBI in the 3rd inning. Breaking ball missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seven hits in the game for the Angels. That pitch inside, that got Howie. So hit by pitch puts the leadoff man on board for the 2nd consecutive inning. Kayas will remember, run off the 7th with a base hit, was stranded at first.
We ran the fastball in at the arm of Howie. These are the times where Mike Scioscia will be more aggressive, especially Howie with good speed. And a chance to either steal a base or hit and run here.
That's the 8th man that Burnett has hit this year. In 47 and 2/3 innings.
I'd say he was a little bit erratic around the strike zone at times. Good stuff, but control an issue.
Upstairs with a fastball, and it's 1 ball, no strikes on Abreu, who's 1 for 3. The 1, a home run in the 1st inning. 7th of the year. He's hit a fly ball to left and struck out the other 2 times. The runner goes, and there's a hit and run. Bobby fouls it off to the left.
Not real fast to the plate. He's allowed 6 stolen bases in 7 attempts. As we suspected, Mike Scioscia putting something on there with Howie's speed. 12 stolen bases on the season, and of course Bobby Abreu be able to put the ball in play.
Now he takes off. The 1-1 is a wild pitch. It goes all the way to the backstop. Kendrick goes diving into second base. Would not have been able to advance to third as that ball ricocheted right back to Butera.
13th stolen base now for Howie, in scoring position for Bobby. Well, he had a real good jump there also.
2 balls and a strike here on Abreu. Torrey Hunter on deck. Breaking pitch up high. It's 3 balls and a strike.
No good hitters count for Bobby Abreu. You like to see him jump all over a fastball here if he gets one in the strike zone.
And he lost him. So a hit by pitch followed by the walk puts 2 on. With nobody on, will bring a visit to the mound by the pitching coach Rick Anderson. Hey fans, take the Angels with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Angels game live or on demand on your computer as well as your favorite devices. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. So 2 on, nobody out. Jim Hoy is up and loosening now for Minnesota. And Torrey will come up. He's had a 1 for 3 game, a base hit in the 6th inning. Howie reaching second base, the first guy the Angels have had get into scoring position since the third inning. Jordan Walden beginning to play catch in the Angels' pen. A breaking ball is in for a strike.
Well, most times when a pitching coach comes out, they're going to throw that first pitch fastball, and that's what Torrey was looking for. Able to throw a breaking ball for a strike. Burnett was.
Long pause there, and time was called at the plate. Torrey asking for it. It was granted. Halos getting solo runs in the first and third. The Twins with their solo run in the fourth. Kendrick at second. Abreu at first. Oh, 1 pitch. Torrey pulls with a left field, a base hit. Howie got a big jump. He's being waved around. The throw from Kubel is cut off, and the Angels lead us now 3-1. Second hit of the game for Torrey Hunter. Picks up his 73rd run batted in.
Boy, that add-on run, that insurance run, so important late in the ball game. And Torrey Hunter, the guy up there with the right swing, hits that ball through the hole between short and third. Big base hit against his former teammate. Boy, fastball down, did a great job. That ball ran down and in. Torrey Hunter likes the pitches in the inner half of the plate. No hesitation from Dino Ebel. Going to challenge the arm of Jason Kubel in left field.
Well, after a very good outing 2 nights ago, Burnett faces 3 batters here in the 8th. Jim Hoy is coming on in relief. We're in the 8th inning. The Angels leading at 3-1. To increase the Angels' lead to 3-1. Jim Hoy comes on now, second time in the series, and he'll face Mark Trumbo with Bobby Abreu standing at second and Hunter at first.
Same thing with Hoy as compared to Burnett. Control and issue, 9 walks in 15 innings pitched. The stuff is there as far as velocity on the fastball and good sharp breaking pitch. You still have to throw strikes, and that's been an issue for him.
Mark Trumbo is awaiting his turn at the plate. Yesterday in the ball game, hit a big grand slam in the first inning off Brian Dunson.
Boy, an all-speed pitch too, right to dead center field. His 25th home run. You mentioned his first career grand slam for Trumbo.
Hoy worked 1 inning in Friday night's game. Gave up a run on a hit. Struck out a man and walked a man. So 1's across the board for him. Breaking pitch, he went around. No balls and a strike. Mark today 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the 4th inning. Fastball lifted in the air on the left side of the infield. Infield fly rule will be called. Trumbo is retired for the first out. One out, 2 on still for Vernon Wells now.
Looked like Mark was a little bit over aggressive there, trying to add on to the score for the Angels there, instead of waiting for a pitch that he can hit well. It's going to happen a lot when you're a young hitter, overly aggressive.
Vernon takes the fastball inside. Wells 0 for 3. Couple of fly ball outs and a punch out. One and one. One pitch. Wells fouls it off to the right. 1 and 2. In the 9th inning for Minnesota, they'll have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Kluth, Mauer, and Kadire to face Jordan Walden. The 1-2. Vernon lines one to left, a base hit, Abreu. Heading to third, he's going to be way tall. The throw from Kubel is up the first base line. It's cut off. It is 4-1 Angels. Vernon picking up his 53rd run batted in.
And there was no hesitation whatsoever from Dino Ebel. Again, the third base going to challenge Jason Kubel's arm strength. Kubel's been a very effective DH, played a number of times in right field. Different throw for him. As you see, this throw ends up on the first base side of the plate. Bobby reading right there, waiting on the call from Dino Ebel, and it goes around the base and then turns it on and throws up the first base line.
So first and second, 1 out still. Here's Alberto Callaspo. Torrey started to take off for third. Jim Hoy decided to step off.
Bottom line, if you're Torrey Hunter, you're in scoring position right now.
Time is called at the plate.
And with a left-handed batter at the plate,
exactly.
A clean throw to third base. You're in scoring position. Callaspo was very effective as far as making contact. Doesn't strike out a lot.
You're not doing the hitter any favors, too, with all the jockeying going on. Callaspo takes the off-speed pitch down low. The 2 runs so far scored in the 8th inning. Charged to Burnett. He's responsible for Hunter in scoring position. One-0 pitch, down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball from Hoy is a called strike, 2-1. Couple of runs here for the Angels, giving them a 4-1 lead at the bottom of the 8th inning, needing a victory to stay 3.5 back at Texas. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Mike Trout is on deck. Outside, he walked him. They're loaded up for Trout.
Thing with Hoy, he's allowed 4 home runs and it's a little over 15 innings pitched this season. So when he aims that fastball to try to get the first pitch over for a strike, he could be in some trouble against Mike Trout.
Hoy coming over to trade with the Baltimore Orioles. That was the J.J. Hardy deal. Good arm. Erratic. Hunter at third. Wells at second. Callaspo at first. Trout at the plate. 1 out here in the 8th. Swings first pitch. Grounds one towards short. Nishioka feeds Poop for 1 to Wheeler the first in time. Inning-ending double play. The Angels scored 2 on a couple of hits. Leave 2 on. We head to the 9th. Jordan Walden coming on. Try to save it for the Angels as they're up 4-1. Is in here as the Angels have a 4-1 lead, trying to pick up their 76th win of the season. Walden will be facing 2, 3, and 4 for the Twins in the 9th. Kluth, Mauer, and Kadire. He'll be looking for his 28th save.
When that fastball has been consistent of late, but above all, if he can get an opportunity to be able to get the slider working early, very effective pitch for him. Fastball has been settling around 96 to 97, even a 98 mile an hour range. But his slider, when he's on top of that pitch, it doesn't overthrow, is devastating.
Scott Downs went 1 inning, had a 1-2-3 8th inning, including a strikeout. Joe Pinheiro, 7 solid innings, giving up a run on 5 hits, looking for his 6th win of the season. Trevor Plouffe, the second baseman, 1 for 3. A single in the first inning, a ground out in the 4th, a fly to center in the 6th. Walden's first pitch, a fastball in for a strike. Callaspo drops back at third base. The 0-1. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. with the slider, missing down and away, 2-1. Jordan saved the 4-3 win against Seattle on Thursday night, 27th of the year. A 1-2-3 ninth inning, including a strikeout. 2-2.
Great spot. Good velocity. Don't do anything more than that pitch. You don't have to force your body through your mechanics. Nice and relaxed. 99 and 98 so far. He's hit the outside corner.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Plouffe. There's out number 1.
Boy, an unhittable spot. You're a right-handed batter and you're trying to catch up with that fastball at 98. A little bit below knees on the outside corner. Unhittable.
There's Joe Mauer, a 1-for-2 game. Home run in the 4th inning, a walk in the 6th. The fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. Oh my. 1-1.
That's a pretty good spot.
Two balls and a strike. The home run that Mauer hit in the 4th inning is 2nd of the year. The RBI his 29th. Fouled off to the left. It's 2-2. Michael Cuddyer on deck. Full count now. There's Cuddyer. Piñeiro looking for his 6th win. It'll be his first win since July the 9th. Coinciding with the last time he went 7 innings in a start. A 3-2. He walked him. So man on for Cuddyer with 1 out here in the 9th inning.
One thing you want to try to figure out if you're Jordan Walden is staying within the strike zone. Don't overthrow. You don't have to, like I said, force the issue. You got great stuff, great movement at the end.
Cuddyer 0 for 3. The fastball sails upstairs. 2 ground outs and a fly ball to center for Cuddyer. A 1 for 13 series for the Twins right fielder. Almost looked as if he was trying to be a little bit more fine with Mauer.
But you're up by 3. That's when you just challenge him, see what type of a hitter he is. We all know he's one of the best hitters in the game, but when you have a fastball like that with that life on it, challenge him.
1-1. Trumbo playing in front of Mauer at first. And it's 2-1 now. Blows a fastball right by him. Two. Ball is set. Mauer at first. The 2-2 pitch. This one out toward right field. Torrey back a couple of steps. 2 outs. Mauer heads back to first as Jason Kubel will now step up.
That was a good fastball there, too. Kadire late on that pitch.
Kubel getting the start in left field. A couple of singles today. 2 for 3 afternoon. Mauer takes off for second. Defensive indifference allows him to get to second base. Trumbo is playing behind him. And it's no balls and a strike. Oh, 2. Halos 1 strike away from the 76th win of the season. They put them 12 games over 500 and remain 3.5 back of Texas in the West. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Kubel. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up the finale here this afternoon, 4-1.
It's a great all-around job by the Angels today. Pinheiro, 7 very good innings pitched. They just 1 earned run. The offense enough to be able to come through. Bobby Abreu got it started with a home run. Torrey Hunter with a clutch hit. They add on there in the bottom of the 8th inning. Win a series. Get ready for Seattle. Above all, to start playing consistent baseball. Eric Ibar extremely busy in that shortstop position. Also extended his hitting streak to 14 games with a couple knocks.
The Angels win it by the final of 4-1. Joel Pinheiro picks up his 6th win. Now 6-6 on the year. Kevin Slowey, the loss. He drops to 0-4. Jordan Walden, his 28th save. 4-1 the final once again. The 3-game set beginning tomorrow night against the Seattle Mariners. Stick around. Angels Live is coming up next. We get a chance to talk with Hank Conger.